I'm Steve Morgan, founder of Cybersecurity Ventures and editor-in-chief at Cybercrime magazine. As part of our ongoing coverage on security awareness training, we recently spoke to several top experts about how they see it. But before we check in with the CISOs, we caught up with James McQuiggan, security awareness advocate at KnowBe4.
When we start looking at all the way the data breaches have been happening over the last 20 years, we see that the number one way that they're getting in is through some type of social engineering, whether they're doing it through email, they're doing it through text messages, voicemail, they're talking to people on the phone, getting them to visit a website. They are going after the human because it's a lot easier to hack the human than it is to hack the technology. And from the CISO perspective, they're all about managing risk, managing that risk for the organization in regards to their networks, their users, their data. And when there's not a lot of effort, not a lot of money being spent on the user, and when they're the number one target, then unfortunately the organization could be susceptible to one of those attacks. And you are literally taking a great risk by not having the users educated.
CISOs bear many important responsibilities, but among the most essential is ensuring the success of their organization's security awareness training programs. Paul Connolly, Chief Security Officer at HCA Healthcare, a Fortune 100 company and one of the nation's leading providers of healthcare services, told us why.
When I talk to my peer CISOs at other organizations, I always ask, how much of your organizational effort are you focusing in this area? Because you've got this huge workforce out there, and any one of those people could do something, even with the best of intentions. They can make a mistake that triggers a major event for your organization. So you've got to deputize each one of them as part of your security program. And part of that is having a really good program that reaches out to them, connects with their personal lives is one approach that we've taken. We really focus our awareness on how to protect yourself and your family online with the idea that they'll carry those good habits forward when they're at work.
In light of numerous recent events, including the ongoing surge in ransomware and phishing attacks, the risk of employee compromise is concerningly high at organizations across the globe. According to Mary Rose Martinez, VP and CISO at Marathon Petroleum Corporation, a leading integrated downstream energy company that operates the nation's largest refining system, it's for this reason that companies must always prioritize the advancement of their security awareness training programs.
Employees are more open to having that cybersecurity training because it impacts their personal lives. But there's also the blurring of our personal and our business lives, our personal and business devices, our personal and business data. And therefore, in some regard, it is a little bit harder because they have to make that distinction. They always have to be cyber aware. As an example, the majority of folks are getting more and more familiar with phishing. Basically, phishing through email. What have cyber attackers now done? You see the prevalence of smishing, basically phishing through SMS. And there's inherently cultivating or taking advantage of human behavior where we have placed inherent higher trust in text versus emails. So it is harder in the sense that it keeps moving, and we can never be complacent when it comes to cybersecurity training and awareness.
The adoption of these training solutions has followed a period of trial and error for the cybersecurity industry, as many organizations have struggled with notably short retention periods from conventional classroom and episodic computer-based training. The key to strengthening these programs is improving engagement, says Alyssa Abdullah, aka Dr. J, Deputy CSO and Senior VP of Emerging Corporate Security Solutions at MasterCard, the second largest payment processing corporation worldwide.
We make sure that it is not a very, very stuffy or rigid training. It is very relaxed. It is very comfortable. We had a comedian come in and talk about cybersecurity and, him going through different spams and responding to the person on the other end. And it was a nice quip on cybersecurity and spear phishing, but it really made people sit and think, oh, yeah, I got an email like that too. It really resonated with everyone. We have to be creative because the adversary is being creative.
Security awareness, according to Omar Khawaja, former CISO at Highmark Health, a national health and wellness organization with more than $20 billion in annual revenues, is simpler than most of us think. The real challenge, he says, is getting through to employees enough to inspire a change in their behavior.
Oftentimes what happens with cybersecurity awareness programs is they simply tell you what to do. they don't necessarily tell you why you need to do it. The things that we need people to do are fairly easy. Be careful what you click on, patch your systems, password hygiene, be careful about what websites you go to and who you send information to. There's nothing about it that's complex or difficult. It's things that we've known for a very long time. However, just because we know about them doesn't mean we'll do them. And we often think about security awareness as being the ultimate objective. I would offer, we already have security awareness. Everyone knows what the right thing to do is when it comes to cyber, just like everyone knows in order to remain healthy, what you need to do. You need to eat healthy, you need to exercise well, and you need to get good sleep. That's all you need to do. The question is not one of awareness, the question is one of behavior change.
For more information on security awareness training, including the latest facts, figures, and statistics which convey the magnitude of the cyber threat we're up against, visit us at cybersecurityventures.com. This special production is sponsored by KnowBe4, the world's first and largest new school security awareness training and phishing simulation provider that helps you manage the ongoing problem of social engineering. To learn more about our sponsor, KnowBe4, visit KnowBe4.com.